Hello friends, this is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and today I want to talk about the monthly login character for the month of October, Nightsister Spirit. Now, a lot of people are speculating what this could mean, what I think that it means, like, oh, it could mean this, it could mean that, it could mean a number of things. And what I really think that we're going to be seeing is a new territory battle map. Now, I think that the Rolo was more than just a lead-in to what we were going to be seeing for Chewbacca. I think that has a duplicitous meaning. Rolo is the login character, or the character for the territory battles. On the light side on Hoth, I think it's very possible we could see a territory battle that would take place on Dathomir. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the Clone Wars, first off, shame on you. Secondly, go watch it right now before it's taken off Netflix. Thirdly, you can buy it. It's wonderful. I highly recommend it. Skip the first season. Just go directly into the second season. Actually, if you're going to do anything, watch it in chronological order, because that is probably the best way to actually consume the entire story. It doesn't really take place chronologically, but if you can watch it in chronological order, it's great. Now, tangent aside, essentially what happens is the Nightsisters team up with the Separatists. There's a big hoopla. Everyone's pissed off at something. And finally, it all comes out when Dooku's like, Asajj, you're no longer my apprentice. GTFO. And Asajj survives the assassination attempt. She's really mad. The Nightsisters are really mad. And really what it comes down to is the Nightsisters were a faction of the Separatist Party, but not a real faction. They were like loosely connected. And what they wanted to do was essentially rule just like Palpatine wanted to rule. They were using the Separatist movement as kind of a platform. And Talzin is just furious. Talzin trains all these other characters to go after and assassinate Count Dooku. It doesn't work out, so there is a big freaking battle on the planet Dathomir. Enter Nightsister Zombies, right? This is where we see our zombies that we've come to know and love, and kind of be frustrated with, some of us. I'm not, because I never spent any time or effort into gearing up or even using the Nightsisters, and so the rework / nerf / all of that didn't affect me negatively. I know why some of you are upset. I totally get it. I do hear good things about it. Anyways, tangent. The Battle of Dathomir would be an awesome territory battle for a couple of reasons. One, it's a new territory battle. We need one. We're coming up, I think we actually just passed a year's worth of territory battles. Why not give us another one? Now, we do have a territory battle coming from the point of view of obviously the Rebels and obviously the Empire. It would be sweet if we could get a territory battle coming from the point of view of the Nightsisters and the freaking Separatists. Now, I would love to see this very first territory battle be the introduction of a Separatist rework. Partially because Arnold is threatening to close his channel if he doesn't get a Separatist rework of General Grevious. And I don't blame him. He's been wanting that for a long time, and we haven't seen it. And Grievous is one of the last OG bad guys. It still sucks. I mean, there's really not a whole lot of use for Grievous. And it's kind of sad, because Grievous should be a meta-defining character. The Separatists should have a meta. They don't. The Separatists really have only had metas within other factions. So like the Nightsister meta, the Sith meta with Maul. There's not a lot of real Separatist connection here. Now, I would love to see this territory battle being introduced. Again, one, because we'd be getting a new territory battle. Two, Separatist rework. And with reworks, we have an awesome Dooku finally. We have an awesome Grievous finally. Arnold doesn't delete his channel. He's a nice guy. He doesn't deserve that. And I don't think it's a hollow threat. I really don't. I think that it's possible that we could get this. Also, let's face it, we don't have real Separatist droids. We've got a couple, and they're okay. But they really need to beef up the Separatist Droid faction, because we don't have droidicas. We don't have... the Jedi Hunters aren't great, and they could give us better ones. I would love to see the B1 battle droids, a B1 rocket droid, maybe even a B1 on a strafe. I don't know. That might be like vehicle with... I don't know if that would work out, because it's kind of with a vehicle. So I don't have... That one, probably not. But there's a lot of really freaking cool Separatists that we don't have. And we absolutely need. But first and foremost, before we need all those other awesome Separatists, we need some pretty solid reworks, guys. Again, Dooku, not great. Grievous, not great. This is not news to anyone. It's not. I mean, I've been playing not since launch, but pretty close to it. And Dooku and Grievous were good back in the day, but good is still a very relative term. Good compared to a number of characters. They were okay back in the day. They weren't great. And I think those two specifically probably should be. Another thing that I think would be great is a Separatist rework could pave the way for more Nightsisters. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the Nightsisters. Some of the Nightsisters we have aren't that great. You guys know what I'm talking about. But it could pave the way for more Nightsisters, creating a more robust team. And I think that's what they're trying to do. I think they want to give us a ton of factions, a ton of characters that we can pick and choose from. Mark my words, and this is, I'm going to get a ton of hate for saying this. One day, Rose Tico and Amilyn Holdo are going to be incredibly useful. I don't know when, I don't know how, I don't get it now, but it's gonna happen, probably. I really think it's gonna happen. Same thing with some of these underrated, undervalued Nightsister allies. I think that they're sleepers, and I think that it's likely that we're going to see use from them eventually. Maybe not right now, maybe not this year even. Maybe October becomes for the Nightsisters what February has become for the Sith. I mean, you do have the Halloween. Last year we were introduced to Nightsister Zombie, Mother Talzin. I think we got Old Daki even, but I think it was Nightsister Zombie, Mother Talzin, and Nightsister Spirit. Now, if that's the case, then could simply be an anniversary party, like, hey, happy birthday, Nightsister Spirit. You died in the show long ago, and we're celebrating, maybe not happy birthday, but maybe happy death day? I don't know. I don't know what they celebrate. I don't even know if the Nightsisters are celebratory people. But they could give us more characters, and they could really flesh out that faction. Because, let's face it, outside of this type of event, there's not much of a need or even a clamoring for the Nightsister faction. I mean, not a ton of extra Nightsister characters out there that either we don't have or people are like, I really gotta have this one character. There's just not. I think we have a lot of the people that we need. The next thing, and this is something that would be awesome. So for those of you who have seen the extended canon, right? For those of you who did all watch Clone Wars, you know exactly how awesome that is. It doesn't end in kind of a satisfactory method or a satisfactory way. What we see, however, is we see a comic that was propped up that kind of takes the events from Nightsister time period, from that, and bridges them a little bit to later on in the Clone Wars, where we see more of Darth Maul. Or at this time, he's just Maul. And this is the son of Dathomir. This is the story of what happens to Mother Talzin. This is the story of what happens to a number of these characters. I honestly think that it would be really cool if we get a Separatist rework. This could chronologically take place to start up the Mandalorian faction. Now, guys, I'm not even a huge Mandalorian fan, and I really think that this is something that we need. We absolutely need. We have so many Mandalorians in the game already that it would be awesome, and it would make sense to have this be the time when we have a Mandalorian faction introduced. And I say this be the time. I think this would be a segue, a great jumping off point for the introduction of the Mandalorians, right? Because then from here, what we could see is Death Watch introduced. We could see a number of other characters introduced. I think that it's very, very possible. Is it likely that we'll get a Mandalorian faction from this? Maybe, maybe not. Probably not. Not at least anytime soon. I don't think that's what's going to happen. But I do think that we're going to be getting a territory battle sometime in the month of October. What I think is actually going to happen is each month for the rest of the final 2 quarters of 2018, which for Capital Games is October, November, December, and January, February, March. Those are their last quarters, the quarter 3 and quarter 4 for their fiscal 18 for 2018's fiscal year. I think we're going to see a major event, maybe just a legendary event, maybe just something else. But we're going to see a major event dropped once per month. Leading up to that, I could see legendary events. I could see other things being brought back. I could see other things being reworked. I think at least once a month we're going to get something. Maybe we'll even get a hero's journey one month and then a legendary event the next month. Maybe we'll get a territory battle in 1 month. They did speculate, or they did lead us to believe that we won't always be getting just legendary-like characters, or just legendary or heroic characters. They said we'd be getting legendary-like or heroic-like characters. And it doesn't mean that they're coming in those types of events. It could mean they're coming in other ways. I don't know. That's just my speculation. And my deepest, deepest hope is that for the month of October, we get a territory battle featuring the Nightsisters, featuring the Separatists, 2 factions, the much needed love that they have needed. And I think it would be awesome. I think it would be absolutely sweet. What do you guys think? Is the Nightsister Spirit, is her addition as the monthly character something that means something, or is it just speculation? Is it just, hey, you've been here a year, happy birthday? Am I reading way too much into this, or am I on point? Even if I'm in the right direction, what do you guys think? Leave a comment in the section below. I do try to answer most, if not all, the comments, even if they're super negative. Sometimes the negative ones are really funny. Let me know what you think. What does this mean? And what is coming? In the next few days, we will be getting a road ahead post. It is very possible that could outline what we're going to see, or it's likely going to outline what we're going to see in the next couple of months. Others, and I'm going to leave you with this, guys, other speculation, and I'm going to make a video on it. 3PO coming to the game. What do you think? Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I close? Am I so far out in left field that it doesn't even make sense anymore? Leave a comment in the section below. Check out the links in the description below for, stuff. I'm going to be doing a giveaway this Friday on my channel for a free digital copy of Solo. So if you are a fan, join us. I will only be giving it to those in my Discord channel. So join the discussion. Chat with us. I love the conversation, guys. This has been Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and as always, my friends, stay nerdy.